You're what's happening? It's Chris Hall here. You are now tuned into the Chris Hall Show, where we discuss dating, relationships, and much, much more. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also hit that notification bell so you are alerted anytime that I drop some new content. Also, the Chris Hall podcast is out right now. I don't know what you're waiting on for your listening pleasure. It is available on all streaming platforms. Y'all make sure you check that out. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. I try to stay as in tune with media and entertainment as much as I can in my busy lifestyle. But when someone brings a video to my attention, I will talk about it. So if I am seeing this out of context, y'all let me know. But the research, just short research, looking through a few videos of some of her monologues and things of that nature on the show called The Real, ironically enough. Seems like you can have a lot of these daytime shows because, let's be honest, who's at home during the day? Women. So it would be suitable to have a bunch of women on daytime TV talking about women things. Now, this video, I don't necessarily agree with. I did have an enlightening conversation with a young lady about this video. And of course, she's seen it a different way than I do. But that's what makes this show so amazing, is because we talk about the misconception between men and women. So it's not like it's just you women misconstruing our words. Seemingly, we could be misconstruing yours. But let's take a look at it. I will say this lady cries often. And there's something about a woman crying, which, oh my God, it kind of makes you believe whatever they're saying, because it's almost as if they feel it. That's that thing to where it's true because I feel that it's true. Regardless of outcomes, numbers, statistics, you could do field studies, you name it about these things. The facts on the ground don't matter. If you feel a way, this is how it should go. Let's go to the video, shall we? All right. Let's see what she has to say. Let's get into the video.
Women don't, we are taught as women, you got to find somebody. You got to find somebody immediately. When you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s, you got to find, if you don't find somebody, you're an old maid. Nobody wants you. I can guarantee you, ladies, if you love yourself and you find out who you are, God is not going to let you down.
So this is my problem with the whole God thing, right? Not to disrespect anybody's religion, but I don't know. I feel like men just see it a different way. I've not seen a man, crying on TV saying God will send him a wife. He goes out and finds that wife. I feel like a lot of women content creators and just daytime TVs, they go on there, they cry, they all come together. And I get it. Women are emotional creatures. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the characteristics of a woman that makes you a woman. And it can be attractive sometimes. And as you can see, when it comes to giving advice, that can be detrimental for you, because she's saying that society tells you that you should get married before a certain age. No, actually, biology tells you that you should be getting married to have children. And before you jump out of the window with your 1% ass that y'all like to do, argue the 1% over the 99 as if they are both equal, please do not give me the example of women or men who are infertile, okay? Sometimes I realize, especially last night, I had an interesting conversation with some friends having dinner, males and women, and it was quite enlightening, to where it was on full display how men can have a 99% upper hand and the woman may have that 1%, like people who are infertile, and they'll throw that point in there as if it matters to the grand scheme of things. I mean, the arguments and the conviction is so strong with that 1%. So biology tells you that you should get married because you're supposed to get married and have kids. That's how it's supposed to go. A lot of us don't follow that, but that's That's cool, but don't be mad at the outcomes after. So she's saying that society says when you should get married, and you don't have to do that. You just have to love yourself. And seemingly, by pure osmosis, God is just going to bring someone into your life. The problem I have with a lot of women is that women will put their failures on everyone else. Yes, not getting married or not being able to hold a steady relationship when other people are able to do so is a fail. Okay? I am 37. I have not gotten married, but I have also been in a, I'm not going to say plethora. I've been in a few relationships with women and it didn't work out. That would mean it was a failure. There's words that trigger women: failing, average. We're going to talk about that as well on a live show come Wednesday. And I've noticed that these words trigger you to where you can't even use it. Okay, to where you're trying to abolish it. No, if you're, I don't care how, if you know yourself so much, then why wouldn't you know yourself to change? I've seen a few of her videos, or at least videos that highlighted her in it, to where she's always saying, be yourself and don't change for other people. If how you are is shit, and this has nothing to do, I know let's go to the elephant in the room, her size. She's a big woman. Let's not even go to that. Let's go to someone who's in shape, who's beautiful, but her personality is shit. She's naturally disagreeable. You can't get along with the man. It's going to make it harder for you to find a man. Okay? If you are an ex-convict, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find a job than someone who is not an ex-con. So I always thought that people with voices this big would tell you what not to do. Okay? Because she's doing it and it's not. This is the weird part. Women who are failing at relationships, and mind you, I always put myself in the fire because I've also failed with relationships. So please, ladies, don't get triggered by me telling you failed in a relationship, because I myself have also failed, and many other men who are trying and failing have failed. There's nothing wrong with getting an F on your report card. You just got to do the class over, baby. That's it. It's as simple as that. That's it. That's all. Okay, let's go back to the video.
Now, he's going to give you whatever you want, whatever that fulfillment is.
So she's pretty much telling you, if relationship haven't worked out for you, cool. Just be yourself and God will give you anything that you ask for. It's almost as if y'all treat God like Santa Claus. Okay? That's not his job. Believe it or not, God might be putting people in your life that you could marry and sail off into the sunset with, but the devil, the devil has a hold of your spirit. He brought somebody, but the devil has a hold of your spirit, and you have yet to cast those demons out. You've yet to know yourself and say, you know what? Maybe I'm a little overweight to be looking for this type of man. Why don't I probably need to lower my standards or upgrade myself. One of the two. One of the two. The only common denominator in all your relationships is you. You are the only common denominator. Average people like me and you, we can't go on TV and get to crying about our failed relationships. Fellas, we can't go on The View, The Real, The Truth, The Talk, whatever the hell y'all want to call y'all shows. We can't sit in a table full of 4 men crying, saying just love yourself, fellas. Fellas, love yourself. God gonna bring you a wife. That's not how things go. We men go out and do stuff. That's why you see less and less men in the church. Like I said on my last video about that pastor spitting on people. Okay.
So I've been saying that, and I guess maybe I'm crying because for years I think people thought that I was being phony and false about what I wanted as a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, Loni. See, men can't do this. Men can't do this. We can't cry for sympathy. And mind you, I am sure she is emotional about this, because coming to grips that you might spend the rest of your life alone because of your own choices has to be, I mean, I say like I've experienced it, has to be a heart-wrenching thing. So I'm not saying that these are crocodile tears. These are real tears. But instead of her giving you the message like, hey, ladies, listen, I made my decisions. I don't know how old this lady is. I'm going to assume she's at least over 40. I've made my decisions. Don't do this. Don't do this. Make yourself compatible to other people. Don't be yourself and hope to find a compatibility. No, 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 no. That's where we all go wrong. You have to do a little bit of both, to be honest. Of course, you have to find someone compatible for you, but you also have to make yourself compatible for most people. That's the key. The key is not to be who you are and hope for the best. They got that saying, be you and they'll adjust. Far from the truth.
And I said all I've ever wanted to do was entertain people.
Yeah.
That's all I...
Now, if I'm not mistaken, mind you, I know nothing about this show, but correct me in the comment section. Everybody else is married, correct? On that panel. Everybody else is married. She is not. Now let's back up a little bit. Look at everybody else on the panel compared to her. Now, mind you, I understand that there are some men who do like large women, but the majority of men would prefer one of the other three women physically. Mind you, this Loni Love lady may be a wonderful woman. She may have a heart of gold. Okay. She may be one of the best cooks. She may cater to her man. So I want to say some positive things that could be of this woman instead of just casting aspersions on her. The only thing that I'm commenting on is from what I can see. Men are visual creatures. These other ladies are visually appealing to most men. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to go in the comment section and argue about the 1% of men who do like large women, not just out of shape, large women. Okay. So I don't like me. If I was broke, right? If I had no money and I went about life and I was now 50 something years old, still with no money, not gotten married, nothing. Instead of me coming on the YouTubes or turning on a camera and saying, just love yourself and you'll be fine being broke, I would say, hey, don't do what I did. Don't be broke. I had a baby out of wedlock. Okay. I'm not going to tell y'all just love yourself and keep having babies out of wedlock. I'm going to tell y'all it's best to not do that, even if I did that. And that's the problem that I see with women. They don't hold themselves accountable. And then they do the same thing with y'all. They say, hey, join me in this unaccountability boat. Okay, come join me. All aboard. And it's just weird to see that. So anyway, how do we get out of there? There we go. So from what it looks like in that video and from other many videos that I click on, she's crying. So I'm assuming she makes people laugh or entertains people. I swear on everything. Every video that I click her name, 7 out of 10 videos she's crying. So I don't know how much entertainment and to be honest with you, ladies, listen to me as I close. It is lonely. Once you get a certain age, once you've gotten a certain size, so now it's difficult. Your skin starts to sag a little bit. Your hair ain't hitting like it used to be. your titties are sagging, you find it harder to get and keep that weight off. And to be honest with you, you're making more money and you're not really getting the outcomes that you want anyway. So you may just quit as far as physically is concerned. Who are you trying to impress? You may stop doing your hair. For what? You know what I mean? And then that stuff starts sitting in. And to be honest with you, to me, this is why she's always so emotional when speaking about these subjects in particular, because it does touch home with her. So don't think for 1 second she's just this strong black woman who loves herself and thinks God is going to do that. That's something nice to say to make y'all feel better. And that's the problem with society today, is for the longest we've just went along making women feel better instead of telling you the best thing to do. And that's it. That's all. Make sure to check out the Chris Hall podcast, now streaming on all platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm out.